In recent times, mandala art has gained massive popularity in the new age trending art forms. But the history of mandala dates back to around 560 BC. Mandala is a spiritual symbol in Asian culture, mostly Hinduism and Buddhism. In Sanskrit, a mandala stands for a circle representing the cosmos, used for healing, meditation, and several other purposes. So, before we start learning the New Age mandala art, let's learn a few mandala grid patterns first. The list of materials required is given in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give a thumbs up if you like my video. We start by drawing a horizontal line, and now we make inverted U or the letter U upside down at equal spaces. Let's fill in the space inside these inverted U with a line and dot, just like the letter I in small case. Finally, you can add some boldness to this design by using a 0.3 tip pen. Adding another simple design to this pattern by making a swirl. The first swirl facing downwards and the consecutive swirl facing upwards. Continue doing the same for the rest of the line. Now for the next pattern, we will be taking the center of each box. So I'm doing it by a pencil first, and later I'll be overlapping it with the fine tip pen. Now join the center by slightly bent lines to create a leaf-like shape, just like this. To add some depth and definition, we double the outline of these leaves. You can see how I'm making an inner outline to every leaf. Now I'm dropping a perpendicular line at the center of each leaf. Now using a 0.1 mm tip pen, I'll be adding some parallel straight lines like the veins of leaf on the left hand. Repeat this design on the other leaves on the left side, while on the right side we'll be making some flowers. Add a swirl. Now we'll add some long petals. So here we learned two designs. We can either fill in the entire leaf with the veins, or we can do it with a flower. Now filling in the gap between the leaf and the flower petals, that is called the negative space. This we'll be filling it with a pen. This adds more definition to the design and enhances the look. So filling in the negative space in the other rest of the design as well. Now for the third design, we'll make a horizontal line and add another parallel line just above it. Now we'll be drawing some circles at equal spaces, and let's fill in the negative space between the circle. This is another simple design which can be used as a filler in mandalas. So as you can see, I have added all the circles between the two parallel lines, and now I have filled in the negative space. Now for this design, we'll be making another inverted U's much bigger than the previous ones. Just like the shape of a dome, doubling the outline of each dome. Now draw a horizontal line within each dome, just a little above the bottom, and now adding a peacock head like swirl both on the right and the left side. A circle each adjoining the peacock head. Now adding some long petals. The left one bent on the left side and the right one bent on the right side. Filling in the negative spaces. Now let's do the same with the other domes. Now once we are done filling in all the domes, we'll be making a U shape, a smaller U shape at the bottom of this design. Now for the next design, we'll be taking two boxes. Since this design is much broader than the rest of the designs, and we'll be making inverted sweetheart shape. Now drawing small circles at the center and filling in these circles, leaving a little shine, a drop shape gap at the center. Now adding some small petals to these circles and then adding a sweetheart shaped dome over it. Now I am making some more circles in descending order. As you can see, at the top I've made the bigger circle, and as I come downwards I have made the smaller circles. Now giving an outline to this sweetheart shape. Now fill in the negatives between the circles. Make a swirl on each side, both left and right, adjoining the leaf-like dome. Now we'll be adding lotus-like petals on either side, giving a little strokes to give that organic look to the flower. Now for the negative space here, I'll be taking a 0.1 tip pen and filling in the negative space with small dots. Instead of filling in with flat black color, I am filling it with small dots. For our next design, we'll be making a leaf-like dome again and doubling the outline. Thereafter, we'll be making a peacock-like head At the center, two heads, both facing outwards, joining each other back to back. Now making a circle at the top of these peacock heads at the center and adding a few long petals. Now fill in the negative space between the petals and the outward dome. Now to add a finishing touch to this design, we'll be drawing smaller circles at the bottom. For our next design, we'll again be drawing some inverted U's, doubling the outline, and on each corner of these U's, we'll be drawing half a flower each, and in the center towards the top, we'll be drawing an inverted flower. You can draw a circle each between each of the flowers, and now you can fill in the negative space. This one is a simple design as we have already made a few flowers in the previous designs. So now for our next and last design, we'll be making some inverted sweetheart shape again, but in a single box now. And at the center, we'll be making two swirls, both facing outwards. Adding an inner line parallel to the outer line and drawing two small circles adjoining the swirls. After dropping a perpendicular line at the center, we'll be making parallel veins just like a leaf. Now adding a little drop at the bottom. You can see how this design is shaped like a beetle leaf. So this is all for the first part of the basic patterns of mandala, which you need to practice before stepping on to make a mandala.